All right, welcome back, COSA 1 and 601 folks. Professor Almeida here. Happy Thursday. And just to let you all know, I will be in the Canvas live chat until noon Pacific time today. I'm usually there Thursdays, 9 a.m. until noon. My apologies. I am monitoring the chat, but I'm trying to get these announcement videos out. So I will get to you as soon as I'm done recording. Of course, you can always message me through the Canvas inbox. And keep in mind, you also have many other support systems in this class. So what I like to do in this announcement video is to recap our first week together, and then we will talk about what to expect for your second week. And I know some of you have already jumped ahead on that, but I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into Canvas here. All right, so again, Thursdays, you can find me in the Canvas live chat right here from 9 a.m. until noon Pacific time. And then on Mondays, I'm face-to-face in M229. That is the COS Computer Lab from 1:30 to 3:30. Now, this Monday is Labor Day, so obviously I'm not going to be there. But just so you know, Mondays, face-to-face, 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. in M229. That is the COS Computer Lab. And then Thursdays, right here in the Canvas live chat. And again, I will get to the chats as soon as I am done recording this video. One other thing, you want to make sure that you are staying on top of the announcements in this class. And if you haven't done so, take a moment, check your account settings in Canvas, make sure that you are getting notifications so that you don't miss any announcements. All right, so we're here on the modules page. I want to show you the campus resources page real quick so that you know all the different ways that you can get support in this class beyond meeting me for student office hours. We have the COS Computer Labs, the study centers in both M229 and AA206. And as a COS student, you do have access to the COS tech support. You can see it is linked here on the left, and I've also provided a link right here. This is what it looks like. And if you enroll into the course, air quotes, you don't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. If you enroll into the course, this is going to show up in your Canvas dashboard. And if you scroll on down, you'll see the hours for fall semester for both M229. Again, this is where I will be on Mondays from 1:30 to 3:30. And then over at PCC, soon to be called TTC, in AA206. And then if you scroll on down further, you'll see how to contact our instructional assistants. Don't wait until the last minute to seek out support. Make sure that you become familiar with the different ways to get help in this class, because we are here to support you on your journey. And again, you don't want to wait until it is too late, especially since you have 3 assignments due tomorrow. So on that note, let's recap our first week. All right, so I'm going to scroll on down, and hopefully by now you've had a chance to settle into the class. You've read the course syllabus, and then you registered with McGraw-Hill SimNet, and you have gotten started on your 3 assignments. Now, if you haven't started yet, hopefully you get caught up soon. Okay, these 3 assignments right here, the Windows 11 training, Office Essential Skills training, and your Windows and Essential Skills quiz are all due tomorrow night, Friday, August 30th at 11:59 p.m. As a matter of fact, these 2 training sims right here, they are a participation requirement. I've been saying this all week. Everyone in COSA 1 and 601 has to turn in those 2 training sims. Okay, COSA 601 folks, you're only responsible for the training sims. The quiz is optional. Again, that's for the COSA 601 folks. If you're in COSA 1, you have to turn in the quiz, as this class is part of your graduation requirement. If you don't turn in the 2 training sims by tomorrow night, if they show up as zeros, I'm going to assume that you're no longer interested in the class, and unfortunately, I will drop you so that I can make room for others. So again, let's make sure that we get the training sims turned in on time. If you watched last week's video, or earlier this week, if you watched the first week announcement video, you saw how the training sims work. One last thing, I want to make sure we're all on the same page when it comes to the quizzes. As a matter of fact, I have the Windows and Essential Skills quiz open right here. You do get 2 attempts at the quiz, and there are 10 questions. I want to show you what happens when you click on Take Exam. And again, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. The complete by date, they have it as the last day of the course, but again, you want to pay attention to your due dates, right? This quiz is due tomorrow night, just like with your training sims, but I will accept this quiz late up until the last day of the course. It'll just be docked 10%. There is no time limit on the quiz, but you do get 2 attempts. Attempts per simulation question, there are 3. So the simulation questions are just like Let Me Try mode. The only difference is that you can't just click anywhere you want. You do get 3 attempts to get the task correct, and you also cannot get any hints. But, you know, this quiz is open book, open note, open web. You can Google for answers, whatever it is you need to get through the quiz. Now, non-simulation questions, we're talking multiple choice, true, false, and all that good stuff. You only get 1 attempt there. But here's the key. You must complete this exam attempt in 1 sitting. If you exit or leave, it'll automatically be submitted. And by checking this box, you have agreed to all of this and that you've read the course syllabus. You're familiar with the policies. You've agreed to that. And if you come back to me with excuses on why you couldn't do well on the quiz and you want resets and my dog ate my homework and all of that, I'm going to point you right back here that you've agreed to what you see here on this screen. So my advice is to block out enough time for you to really sit down and take this quiz. Okay, block out enough time that you can get through the 10 questions in 1 sitting. Because again, if you back out of the quiz, whatever you had up until that point, that becomes your score. Also, you want to make sure that you have a reliable computer and a reliable internet connection if you're at home. If in doubt, you can always come to campus and go to the COS computer labs. But out of fairness to everybody in the class, you only get 2 attempts, and I'm not going to entertain any excuses or requests to give you more attempts, okay? You've been warned on that. So let's make sure we're all on the same page here, and it's going to be like that for every quiz, okay? So make sure you give yourself enough time. You know, you're not waiting until the last minute like tomorrow night. Make sure you give yourself enough time to do the quiz so that you also have a chance to do your best as well. All right, so that is it on the quiz. And on that note, let's scroll down and talk about week 2. I know some of you have jumped ahead. Week 2 is already open and available, but I want to cover it so that, again, we're all on the same page here. Now, face-to-face folks, the COSA 1 and 601 face-to-face folks, that's my Monday, Wednesday class. Because we're not meeting on Monday, you are still going to be responsible for Word Chapter 1. This is on getting started. And then when we meet again on Wednesday, we'll go over Chapter 2. And then in your downtime, you'll work on your training and take your quiz. Online folks, because we don't have scheduled class meetings, you're just basically going down the list of assignments here. But I want to start with the word overview. It's always important to take a look at the overview page so you know what to expect. Okay, first things first when it comes to what we will be doing. So the bottom line, we're going to be spending 2 weeks with Word, and then later on in the course, 2 weeks with Excel and 2 weeks with PowerPoint, and then we'll be on finals week before you know it. Here are the objectives. So these are the skills that are covered for chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 1 is on getting started. Chapter 2 is on formatting text in Word. You have your action items, and then finally we'll talk about checking in later on in this video. So you could see that it's pretty much going to be the same formula from week to week. Except for 5th week with Excel. We're going to change things up in there, but you could pretty much expect this formula from week to week. For each chapter, you have a training sim, you have a project, and then you can see chapter 2, there's a training sim, there's a project, and then finally you have your quiz. I also want to show you that I have recorded walkthrough videos for every skill review project. This is especially important for the face-to-face folks since we won't be meeting on Monday. You're going to have to do this on your own time. Watch the video. I show you how to do the skill review project from start to finish. Now, I also want to show you, if you are working from home, you need to have Microsoft 365 installed on your system. And as you can see, I have a Windows 11 virtual machine here. If you don't have access to a Windows PC at home, again, go to campus. We have the COS computer labs. But if you can install software on your home PC, you want to log into office.com, and you're going to use your student ID number at lbcc.edu. So in other words, if your student ID number is 0123456, it's going to be 0123456 at lbcc.edu, and then your Viking portal password. If you look at the course syllabus, you'll see the instructions on how to do this. Now, face-to-face folks, when we come back on Wednesday, there is a process for signing into Microsoft 365 on your classroom computers. Once you're here on the Microsoft 365 dashboard, you want to click on Install and More here, and then Install Microsoft 365 Apps. And then from there, you can install Office and then just follow the on-screen prompts. And then you'll have Microsoft 365 installed on your system. Now, this subscription is good as long as you are a registered student at the college. And you can see it's more than just Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You also get Microsoft Access and a couple of other goodies. We're not covering Access in COSA 1, just so you know. I know that there is mention of Access in the Office Essential Skills training, but that is something for another class. As a matter of fact, I'll plug it right now. COSA 50, Intro to IT Concepts and Applications. So if you want to learn a little more about Access and dive in, you can take COSA 50. And of course, there is a separate class on Microsoft Access that I also teach. That is COSA 25. So shameless self-plug there. COSA 25 is full and it is waitlisted. But if you want to learn more about Access next semester, COSA 25 will be there and waiting. All right, so enough of the shameless self-plug. So again, you can see it's pretty much going to be the same pattern from week to week. And then finally, we have the success check-in. By the end of the second week, I am trusting that you have or will be purchasing access to SimNet. The easiest way to purchase access, to purchase an access code, is directly through SimNet for about $50 plus tax. You can do that by clicking on the McGraw-Hill SimNet link on our Canvas class site. You just go to your name, and then in the products tab, they'll give you a way to purchase online. You can also buy an access card from the LBCC bookstore and then scratch off the access code, and then you just plug it in on that same page. If you are on the 14-day courtesy access, okay, at some point that courtesy access is going to run out and you will need to buy SimNet in this class. What I want you to do in the success check-in forum is to just let me know in a few words that you have access to the material and that you have or will be purchasing access to SimNet. And by doing that, you will unlock week 3 when Monday, September 9th rolls around. Okay, so remember the modules open 2 weeks at a time. So weeks 3 and 4 will open up on Monday, September 9th. Now, when September 9th comes around, and if this is still grayed out, it means that you didn't check in with me and you'll need to go back into this forum here. So that's basically it as far as what we are doing for week 2. And on that note, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. I will see you all in the chat until noon Pacific time if you have questions. And remember, you can always message me in the Canvas inbox, and I'm more likely to respond during my student office hours. All right, enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourselves out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.